Jaguars and the Eagles on Thursday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago where the city of brotherly love has fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Caleb Chason able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. The give running right is Gainwell. The numbers on the ground for Gainwell last week, 21 carries, 84 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson, and that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bringing him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Drops this one down to Gainwell, and they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Buying time to his right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A terrific opening minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Devon Hamilton, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. There he goes. In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of Springer's blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. From midfield now, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has given them a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Devon Hamilton able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And the Jaguars will take possession as they get it at the 42-yard line. They try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. not a skill most of them possess, that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out execute it, we can walk away with a win.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming out. They got 8 yards there. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Just a 30-yard punt that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. While the training staff, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A-Shot Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The punt team on now. It's from their end zone. They get it away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And that will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And danger squandering a great field position as they come up. 3rd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And they move this all the way down to the 9. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Robinson, and he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. The Jaguars on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. David Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Watson off play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that one goes incomplete on the drop.
Oh, yeah.
That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down. We'll check on his status when we get back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Lawrence to the right side and complete to Hurst. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down. They toss this out right to Gainwell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit dropped.
A lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start first and 10. Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled right in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They get find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
This is unbelievable.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On the handoff, Gainwell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Watson down to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Hey, lock it.
On first down, Robinson finding room to the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, got hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now Watson. They shakes him off. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, deep.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault.
Here we go. Here we go.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air, 32 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time, but lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CT in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas, a glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, Coach. Thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We got this.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Bravo. We got three, fellas. Look at me. Go. Go.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw Lawrence to Chenault on the slant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down now. It's Robinson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and a tackle for just a short gain.
The kick by Bass is good, and that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now a hit and a loose football, and the Jags grab it, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Mike Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
There we go.
And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Gainwell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. Watson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Let's go.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brandon Ayuk, 79 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Watson. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Here's Watson. Throw inside, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 30.
Again, it's Watson on the move to his left. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they move it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will have the Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Lawrence's throw here on target to Hurst. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Again, it's Robinson. Shifts by at the 15. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go!
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the side.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Philly.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. Touchdown! Philadelphia! Great effort there. Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. The timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Robinson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for Cog.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Rolling to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Watson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
50, plant. Pick it up, boy. Pick it up. Pick it up. You got nothing. You got nothing.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
70, Indy.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 33-yard line.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Bust through the tackle. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bubble. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for Philly. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Watson out to his left. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And now they're in the hurry up. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there to go right down the field and work their way into the end zone.
Now following the touchdown, off Richter to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your relative unit and you tell them, here's the situation. They get all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. You think we're just going to run it 3 times and run it? You got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, it's Robinson, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The training staff takes a peek. And if this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So second down, and this defense certainly going to sell out to stop the run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 72 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. It's a fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So a definite surprise there. They tried a fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
On the move to his left. Oh, some strong running, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level everything he does, and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Watson. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They can't hook up here on a third down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a second and 3. But Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Jaguars, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the